Okay, we've got to give it a second to sync up, get the audio rolling. Hey, everybody, I'm Slick Diaz. Welcome to MMA Island, back with another Island Exclusive. Today, I'm joined by the mustachioed menace, the macho mullet, the brute in the boot, the bad mama jam, all the way from Louisiana, the head honcho of the Pablito posse. This is Cody Verret, ladies and gentlemen. Cody, say what's up to the people.
What's up, guys, man? I had a lot of fights, bro. I've been introduced a lot of times, but it's never been that good.
Hey, I like having fun with the intros. It kind of gets the guard down, kind of makes it a little. So I appreciate that, man. Well, we'll keep it short and sweet. More than anything, I just want to get to know you a little bit and give the community a bit of a look into our boy. So just mostly some fun questions, a few questions about fights, but we don't got that much. Just a little bit of page of questions. That's about it.
Yeah, dude, I'm chilling. I got time, man.
All right, cool. So first, I've been hearing rumblings and whispers in certain circles that a podcast might be coming to the airwaves in the near future. What's the truth on the matter? Give it to us straight, partner.
Hopefully soon. Me and Dustin have talked about it a couple times. The biggest issue is that Dustin splits time between Lafayette and Florida to train for fights.
Of course.
So we don't exactly know how that would work while Dustin's gone, because he usually leaves like 7 to 8 weeks out. So for those like 2 months, he's in Florida training. Not only that, neither of us know anything about cameras or production or editing or any of that.
Yeah.
So we got to work all of that out, and he's never home long enough for us to actually sit down and really figure it out. But eventually, one day, I think it's in the cards.
Cool. Yeah. So when he's not in Louisiana, he's got like another long hair. He's got like Pablito Plus in game bred over there at ATT. So that's pretty funny.
Exactly, man. Yeah, he goes back and forth, and then like even then he left. I'm not sure when the Bellator show was, if that was last weekend or the weekend before. But he's good friends and teammates with Sabah Homasi, who fights in Bellator. So he was in Phoenix to watch
I think
to corner Sabah. Yeah, so he's all over, man. He's got a lot going on.
For sure. Well, what do you do for work besides fighting your ass off? That's my second question.
Other than that, dude, I fight my ass off. I bounce. I actually recently just stopped, finally. I've been bouncing in downtown Lafayette for 4 years. I just finally quit just because, I feel like I'm getting closer to my pro debut, hopefully within the next year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And there's too much risk involved, with that. Not only that, dude, I'm not sleeping enough and stuff like that. So I just started crawfishing for my grandparents.
Oh, cool.
They own a bunch of property a little bit south of Lafayette, where we're originally from. So I work their crawfish ponds, and I boil crawfish part-time at a restaurant over here.
Oh, that's fun. So you're living the Louisiana lifestyle for real.
Absolutely, right? Man.
Love it. Okay, so if you could pick one brand to be your sole sponsor to take care of your needs on the path of the fighter, what would it be? Would it be Marlboro, Aussie for men, Pablito's Blue Ribbon? What do we got? What are you thinking? If you could like pull one out of the deck.
Dude, if I could have one like team that I would rock with 100%, just be my sole sponsor, it'd have to be Pit Vipers.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I
thought of that.
I'd rock Pit Vipers every day if they paid me.
How do you have any pairs? Do you have one or two?
I have one that I found at the beach, and I may have lost them.
Yeah, I feel like those are like, I don't know anything about sunglasses. I'm not a very like, I wear the same shit every fucking day, but but I feel like those are probably pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, I think they are. Tell me this: if I promoted them and they sponsored me, would you buy a pair with a discount code Pablito to get 15%?
Well, I'm broke. Of course I would. I'd go sell myself on the corner to get a pair of Pablito Pit Vipers. Are you kidding?
Exactly. There you go.
Of course. No, I mean you just have to get a modeling session in with them. Just show them how good they can actually look.
Absolutely.
What are some of your favorite movies with the Pablito name and the outlaw attributes? Are we talking country westerns? What?
Yeah, dude, I love Western movies. I don't know my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite movie, but my favorite Western. It's probably top 10 favorite movies ever. Is Lonesome Dove, which is it's actually a
Mm,
3-part. But love Lonesome Dove, love Open Range, love Tombstone.
classics.
Uh, yeah, bro, bangers. But movies overall is either the first Rocky, the first Godfather, or Goodfellas.
Okay. I haven't been much into gangster movies in my life or anything, but I started watching ex mafioso YouTube channels recently of like dudes who
Yeah,
now they're running YouTube channels as old men. Fascinating stuff. So I feel like I've seen some of the classic stuff, but I can't be like, oh, when Sonny and whoever,
yeah.
I don't have the reference point, but that's a genre I'm diving into as well. So cool. Um, Most recently in your amateur fighting career, you suffered a loss to Darian Griffin, which was on a late notice call, if I'm not mistaken, at Bayou FC 46. As a fighter looking to learn and improve, you said you're looking to make your pro debut here in the next year or so, perhaps. What are some of the steps towards growth after defeat that you think you'll take?
Uh, you know, Dustin kind of touched on this. Immediately after the fight, he said, never get too high, you never get too low.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't take wins. I had a really probably my best performance back in May of last year. And you go out there, you do something really great, have a big time win. You celebrate that night, have a lot of fun. But Monday, you do the same thing. It's right back in the gym, and you're right back on that consistent grind. Then, flash forward to a couple weeks ago, I take that fight short notice and end up losing in a pretty bad way. Yeah, we get low that night. I go back to the locker room, I cry, I bitch, I yell, whatever. But Monday morning, it's the same thing. So never too high, never too low. It's always about staying just, yeah, we know how good we are, but we also know that there's stuff that we got to consistently do.
Absolutely. I just lost you, though, at the end of that sentence. There we go. All right.
Yeah. Am I back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Absolutely.
right, good.
Yeah, well, that's sage advice from the Diamond. My next question was actually about Dustin and advice. I was listening to a fellow Louisiana Luchadors podcast, Theo Vaughn, and he was talking about your training affiliate, a student of the Cody Verret School of Life, Dustin Poirier. He was talking about little things he's learned from Dustin that really stuck to his ribs. You're in the room with Dustin frequently. Is there anything that he's taught you that sticks with you that you'd like to share with us besides never too high, never too low? Because it seems like he's a thoughtful guy and someone who we could learn a lot from.
Yeah. Anytime I'm around Dustin, I do my best. It's almost kind of not really washed away at the point that I don't always realize who he is, just because we're together pretty often.
For sure. Yeah,
Probably five
less
days a week.
intense thing.
Yeah, but I do not only him but all the pros in the room. Abe Sellers, Tarek Malvo, AJ Fletcher, who's you guys probably know because he won on the Contender Series. I study those guys, and I watch them from up close. I watch how they jump rope. I watch how they shadow box. I watch how they interact with the other guys in the gym. And then I eventually spar all these guys. I try to take something from all of them. Small things that Dustin says or does, and I'm like, I'm taking that. I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna do that every fucking day. And I'll watch AJ, and it's like, oh, AJ, even something as stupid as posting on Instagram. I'm like, how often does AJ post? And I'll go and look. Or, what does AJ do whenever a guy does this? What does Tarek do? It's just all these different things that I take from these guys that, I see them being successful in a way that I want to be successful. And, I just take it and add it to my game. And hopefully eventually, I'll be one of those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't mean to shine it just on Dustin because the other vets are just as important. That's awesome that you are drawing from multiple wells as far as like filling your cup. So that's really awesome to hear. Is there a thing about fighting that's most special to you? After tuning into your recent fight, albeit it was a loss, it was clear that you have a taste for entertaining the crowd. It's not about the loss, is not the question, but what's special for you? Is it the walkout? Is it landing the right shot and getting the win? Is it the preparation? Like what about it draws you to this lifestyle? Because there's so many things that it could be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's almost a nurture versus nature question of are guys born into this, or is there something that happens to you, in your upbringing that points you towards this life? And I think it's a little bit of both. Um, and dude, there's something that's addicting about coming out on top, getting your hand raised, and there's also something addicting about the feeling of whenever you're in the back, a guy from the commission or from the promotions gonna come back there, and he'll say, "Cody, you're on deck." And you
Ooh,
hear
that
that.
starts.
Yeah, you feel it, man, and your guys will look at you, and I'll hug my boys, Tyreek and Abram and Damon and AJ, and start to tell you like, all right, buddy, this is it. You grind it. Your boys give you these small pep talks that you really aren't hearing. I don't hear what Tyreek's telling me, even though it probably is really thoughtful and meaningful. But what I am feeling is that Tyreek's here. He's supporting me. He wants me to go to war.
Mhm.
That's all you get in that moment. You don't exactly get the words, but you get the feelings, the emotion
You get
behind
the
it.
vibrations. You're existing like in a lucid state almost because it's so intense.
Yeah, man. And then, as soon as the music starts and you step out, you can see it in my walkout, and I do it probably for all my walkouts. Almost pause and just like it's almost like a dream that your back's against the wall and you can see every eye in the building is
Hmm.
facing you. And in that moment, you get to be, your ego can be as big as you want it. You can be the biggest asshole in the room because everybody in here is here to watch me. Whether they're here for the other guy, doesn't matter. You're facing me.
Yep.
My music's playing. I'm gonna walk out. And it's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, man, those were some really awesome questions. I genuinely appreciate you coming on and giving me some time out of your day. I didn't have a whole laundry list because typically, when I've interviewed fighters in the past, I tend to like write a lot and I'll draw it out to. I had an hour-long interview with Adrian Yanez. I was like, that's a lot. So I'm trying to keep them like short and sweet to keep the fighters, happy and wanting to come back. But yeah, thank you so much. And for the viewers, if I just popped your Pablito cherry, make sure to go follow him on socials. He's Verret Cody on Twitter, Cody_Verret on Instagram, and Cody Verret on YouTube, which I highly suggest you all go check out his new channel. Cody, anything you want to tell the fans and the community before we get you out of here?
No, man, but I appreciate you having me on. Actually, yeah, right before we answered, I was looking at the questions people were asking on Twitter, and one dude did say, I don't even know what it was. It was
Is it the
something
most recent
about,
you liked? I can pull it up, or I can try. Oh,
yeah, do that if you can,
give me
because I
one.
don't exactly remember what he said.
Yeah, I was just on a bit of a time crunch, so I didn't add one. But let me open it up. Twitter.com. Okay.
We did get some hate too.
Yeah, I saw that. I just try to like not acknowledge it. Like,
Dude, I cannot give less of a fuck. The dude was like, and your girlfriend's hot. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
hey, when they and he Googled your amateur record to get the numbers right and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Like,
So
check
he's
your Google
Googling
history.
you.
I don't care, dude.
Actually, we got two. We got the one that you liked, and then we got another one 16 minutes ago. That's pretty funny. So I'll ask the silly one first. How do you pronounce the word Pecan?
Pecan.
Okay. See, a lot of folks down here say pecan, so that's pretty interesting.
How do
The
you say it? You
question
say pecan?
I don't really know. I'll probably say pecan as well.
Yeah.
Probably say pecan, but I have family that definitely says pecan pie, and
If you
so.
say pecan, you can unfollow me, block me on everything. I never want to hear from you again.
Almost like it should be spelled with an I. That.
Yeah, man.
Here it is. Cody, your interaction with the MMA community has created a fun, positive environment for the fight fans to engage with you. What has been the most rewarding part of engaging with the community for you? That question was brought to us by Tidy MMA. Thank you, Danny. That's a great question.
Yeah, that was the one that I really did want to talk about. That alone, like I miss a lot of questions I get on Twitter because I don't get on like in close enough time spans. I'll get on like whenever I wake up, I'll check it, and then like after practice, whenever I'm sitting in the parking lot, waiting for my AC to go down, I'll get on my phone. So I miss a lot of shit, like, in that in between. But whenever I get stuff like that, like, dude, that means a ton. I clicked on that dude, and I think I followed him back. His bio said he's from Wales, which is insane that I'm an amateur fighter in Lafayette, and it just so happens that I touched some dude from Wales that's, telling me that I make his time on Twitter fun, which it's stupid. It's just social media, and I usually tweet dumb shit, then turn my phone off. But knowing that somebody out there is reading my stuff and he thinks that I'm engaging, I'm cool and fun, that means a lot. So I'm glad that people are responding and thinking that I do anything worth paying attention to. So by far, reading tweets like that are the most rewarding part of this.
Oh, man, the people love you. Everyone has a few haters. I get some fucking hate for I'm whoever.
I want more.
Well, that's all the profile. You got to build it up, right? But yeah, I mean, I'd say for the most part, I'd say this community really loves you, man. You're just. It feels like you're one of us, even though you're in the room and you're actually a fighter. Like it feels like you're definitely actually part of the community, not just a fighter trying to like engage for the sake of getting likes and follows. Like it feels like you're one of us. Yeah. So
yeah, man. There's a few of us. Billy Q's out there doing it.
Yep.
Billy Q's the man on Twitter. And Giannis.
I got a at from Lieben, Billy Q, and you, and I was like, man, I'm really living out here. Billy Q's the man. But yeah, so getting those messages is what's most rewarding to you. What's most rewarding to me is getting the opportunities to give you the platform to express stuff like that. So I really appreciate you coming on and, sharing that little tidbit and answering all the questions I had for you, Pablito. You're the man.
For sure, brother. I appreciate it. We'll do it again, man.
Absolutely, for sure. All right, guys, this has been Island Exclusives, I think it's called, on MMA Island. I've been Slick Diaz. That's Cody Verret. Pablito, make sure to go follow him. Like I said, I just dropped the ats. Cody, you stay safe, dude. Have a good night.
You too, brother. Take it easy.
Yeah, you as well.